right, in three, two, one. What's good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Platinum Podcast, episode 20. Today I got someone very special, someone who's uprising in the Hmong entertainment slash music industry right now. You guys might have heard of her. If you guys haven't, I don't know what you guys are doing. Probably living under a rock or something. But she's worked with Maxwell, Thao, Chang Zhang, and her latest single featuring Chening Zhang out right now. It's called Could Have Been My Baby. We got GY Yang. How's it going?
Hi everyone. I'm really good so far. Everything's been really good today. Just kind of a hassle, but then my music and everything has been going so far so well good. And so yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to talk about that because I do pay attention to the music scene a little just because I do like talk to a lot of artists and people in the industry. But you kind of came out of nowhere really with that song. I didn't even know you. Well, I didn't even know you until that song came out, and I didn't really listen to it until just probably 2 weeks ago. But it was a really good song. It's really catchy. But then even before you dropped your single out, you were already working with some people in the industry. How did you get into all of that?
So to start it out of so Dandaloo Chang
Hmm.
Zhang, how he was filming for the music video. I was actually one of the girls at the ending with my best friend. So
Oh,
yes. So I got like a little glimpse, like a little
yeah,
scene of myself in it. And then my best friend was like, "Oh, you guys should like definitely collab with this girl. Like my best friend is really good at singing." And I'm like, "Oh no, I'm not that big, so I don't know if anyone would like to collab with me or like sing with me." And
right.
then right, and then there goes Chang, and he goes like, "Oh, let's collab. I really like your voice." And then so that's when I did my first collab with Chang, which went really well. That was my
Hmm.
first music video ever, and yeah, it went really well. I didn't know how the Hmong industry was gonna go like the Hmong music industry was gonna go like, but then that
Yeah.
was my first ever like going through it and the process of it. So I'm kind of getting the use of music and doing music.
Hmm. Yeah. So was it your intent to kind of be in this space, in this area of music? Because I was looking back in your YouTube loophole, right? And you did do a lot of covers, and you did do like a lot of like singing like during like I think it was like Hmong New Year's or like just talent shows and stuff like that. So of course singing was always in your mind, but was it your intent to kind of like be brought up in this Hmong music industry?
Right. Um, what I would say is like, yes, I really did want my voice to be out there for the Hmong industry, but I didn't expect myself to like start uprising like this because I didn't really do a lot of collabs, and I know a lot of singers
Hmm.
didn't know me by then. So yeah, so it was pretty shocking that I actually kind of made it
Yeah.
a little bit, not a lot yet, just a little
Right,
bit.
right. You got your
um
foot in the door.
right. But yeah, yeah, so I've just been doing a lot of covers before all of this. I've been
Hmm.
doing a bunch of covers. I've never thought I wrote one song, one original, but that was like a long time ago, like probably 5 years ago. But
Yeah.
otherwise, I've just been doing a whole bunch of covers before I started doing collabs and music. So, yep.
Yeah. Do you like singing in Hmong or in like English more? Because I feel like when I hear your English parts compared to your Hmong parts, you have a more like powerful voice when it comes to English, and then when it comes to the Hmong lyrics and the way you sing it's still good, right? But then there's not that much like power, or like it feels like you're kind of holding back. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So is there a difference between the two, and do you like one over the other?
Well, I always used to sing a lot in English back
Hmm.
then. I never really thought about singing in Hmong because I wasn't really that type of person who liked to sing in Hmong, but
Yeah.
but getting used to singing in Hmong now. I really do prefer singing in Hmong more than in English.
Mhm.
But I know some people prefer me to sing in English, but I really like I like the both of it, but then I just feel like I like to sing in Hmong more because that's my culture, that's my
Yeah,
language, you know? So
for
yeah.
sure.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. I do like it too. You know what I mean. So I mean, and you're doing a really good job of like, kind of incorporating both. I think that's kind of like the wave right now of kind of incorporating English and Hmong at the same time. With the song, "Could Have Been My Baby," you that was like a perfect mix of the two, of kind of like equal parts Hmong and equal parts English. Did you write that song by yourself, or did you write that with Channing? And did you have Channing in mind as your feature?
Yeah, so me and Chenin, we both wrote our parts in it. Um, Chenin basically helped me write it.
Mm,
So he basically like wrote his part and then he wrote his verse and everything. I wrote my verse and then yeah, so he basically helped me throughout this whole music video since I was really new and
yeah,
Chenin like I knew him before he actually became really really big. So
yeah.
we just knew each other on Facebook. So we got to like know each other more and stuff and we just offered we are like, "Oh, let's do a collab together." And he was like, "Great. Like let's do a collab together." So we just
Mm-hmm.
collabed together on this song and I feel like it was perfect. Like
Yeah,
everything went so well and he actually really did help me a lot during my first music video ever posted on my YouTube. So he
yeah,
really was there to help me a lot. So I really do appreciate him.
yeah, for sure. So you seem like, I don't know you personally, so you seem really young. Are you about like 20-ish around there?
Not even 20.
Oh,
I'm 19. I'm turning
okay.
next month. Yep. So I just became 18. Like, no. I'm gonna be 19 soon. Yeah. So
Okay,
just
okay.
yeah, I'm
Okay.
18.
Yeah, so like being this young, right? How is it being in the entertain or like the Hmong music game? Cuz I know it's a lot of pressure, a lot of people see you as kind of like this star now, right? Is that kind of hard to take in, or like do you still not see yourself as that star yet?
I just see myself as a regular person. Like everyone has their goals, everyone has their dreams, everyone's the same.
Mhm.
I see myself as just everyone else.
Yeah.
Like I feel like the title of a star doesn't really make you any difference from anybody. Like you're the same just as anybody else.
Mhm.
But yeah, just taking this rolling, I have experienced a lot of stuff such as like bad comments, good
Yeah.
comments, all those stuff, yeah. Um so I would just say like I wouldn't really say I am a star. I'm just like everyone else.
Mm. Yeah, I mean, it's scary just to, you've been singing for a while, just
Mhm.
pretty much for yourself or like for your friends, right, or your family, and like that you only know, and then all of a sudden you start getting collabs, and then you drop a single out with one of the hottest stars, or one of the hottest Hmong musician right now. It puts a lot of pressure on yourself, because people are gonna want to see more, or want to see a single with just yourself instead of a feature. You know what I mean? So, is there any other projects that you're planning on pushing out soon, or is there or you're just kind of like taking a break, or like kind of soaking it all in at first and then push something out?
Yeah, I actually have a lot of collabs. So before I posted my first music video ever, which Channing,
Mm-hmm.
I actually wanted to post up my solos first, but then me and Channing we decided to do our collab first, so I posted that one first. But then I do have singles that I want to post out,
Mm-hmm.
and I do have other collabs with other artists as well too. So
So there's a lot coming then.
yes, still a lot
Yeah.
working on it. So yeah.
That's good. How far do you see yourself taking this whole thing?
Um, Honestly, I don't even know. Like, it's a lot to think about.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really is a lot to think about. Like sometimes, like like you might be really busy, you might not have time enough to do all this
Mhm.
and that, so it's like it's hard to think about, but for sure I will keep doing music though, definitely.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you're so young. I thought you were at least 20 or 21, but
Right.
yeah, but I mean, you're still so young, and I think your career really just started. So I think being new and being fresh, I think it's something we all need. You know, a different voice, especially a female voice, in this industry and in this space. So I think, you know, there's a lot of support, and I know I was reading a lot of comments. There is a few, like critiques, but there's really not much to say because you still haven't dropped as many projects, you know what I mean? So you're still new to the game, but yet I think you're under I feel like you're kind of under Chenning's wing, so I think you're going to be at a good spot whether or not you do English or Hmong songs. But would you agree Chenning's kind of like you're kind of like under his wing kind of?
Yeah, Chenin really, really helps me a lot. Like me and him, like we're both into like R&B type of styles, and we
Mhm.
both singing Monglish, So I was like, yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm following his footsteps, but I'm the female version. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, Chenin is a really good person. I feel like he has really inspired me to not like just like be myself, sing what I want to sing,
Mhm.
soul, R&B music and stuff. So
Yeah.
that's aiming for, so like just underneath him. Yep.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, there's a lot of pressure too when especially because you're a Hmong artist, and a lot of Hmong people, they want to hear Hmong songs, right? They want to hear more Hmong songs and
Right.
instead of the Mika songs.
Mhm.
But I think honestly, it could go both ways because if you look at yeah, Channing, he has both songs, or you look at like KT Killing Him, he has both English and Hmong songs, which his English songs kind of hit a different types of different demographic, and then his Hmong songs come back to the Hmong community. So I think you could hit so many avenues and so many different demographics. It's just really on you which one you want to hit, with that song. So I think, yeah, you're going on a really good streak here. So,
Mhm.
and also when these music videos that you dropped, and also with the two collabs that you did, is it weird being in music videos, or have you ever pictured yourself being in music videos or producing music videos at all?
Right. That's a really good question. I've never really pictured myself in music videos, probably just by myself in it,
Yeah.
but then doing these collabs, it's not weird doing it. I feel really comfortable doing it. My first, cause I used to always sing on stage for
Mm,
school, so I'm just like, oh, this is normal. I feel like I could do it. But for my first music video ever with Chang, I was pretty much nervous, and I didn't really know what to do. But
yeah.
they teach you and stuff. They help you. So yeah. So after that experience, I have just been like getting used to filming these music videos, like it's nothing. Like it's easy.
Yeah, for sure. And as a young person, you listen to a lot of different types of music. Um, but do you believe that you have to drop a music video every time you drop a single or you drop a feature?
Um, I don't really believe in that.
Mm,
Honestly, I don't know. For me, I really do like filming music videos. I mean,
yeah.
that's just on me. Everyone has their own views and own perspectives. I like music videos because it's like you get to like picture what the music is actually talking about, and you get
Hmm.
to see what it is. But yeah, for me, I feel like I don't really know. It's
Yeah, I think honestly, yeah, it's like you said, there's like a kind of like a movie behind it, or kind of like pictures, or you could kind of envision what the song is about. And I think as of now, I don't think there's been a single artist that's dropped a song out without a music video. I think right now music videos are so like kind of like acquired and required, I mean, in this space, because if you just drop a single, I don't think a lot of people would pay attention to it. Like back then there used to be like those lyric videos.
Mhm.
I don't think a lot of people would watch that nowadays. I think people want to see that whole the motion and the picture and the scenery of everything, which is totally fine. Like we kind of like just grew into that kind of, so I think it's totally fine with that. So growing up, you tend to do R&B soul type music. Who were your biggest inspirations growing up when you were singing?
Um, to be honest, I really didn't have an inspiration, but I would say Tori Kelly because
Mm,
I really, really loved her voice, and I love how she sets her voice out there. Like she has a really strong and powerful voice, so I
yeah,
really, really loved Tori Kelly and Brianna. No, no. Yeah, Rihanna. Is it Rihanna?
yeah.
Yeah, Rihanna. Yep. Yep. I really loved the both of them because their voices were really set out there. And sometimes I know Rihanna does R&B music and soul music, so I really
Hmm.
loved it and I really loved her songs and stuff. So I think that is what set me to like R&B so much, you
Yeah,
know? Mhm.
yeah. I mean, it's interesting. I don't think we really see, other than Kalia Universe, I don't think there has been, or not to my knowledge, like a R&B Hmong artist
Mhm.
that is like a woman, and I think it's really cool to see other people stepping out and making a name for themselves in this industry. So, right now, who are your favorite artists in the Hmong industry right now, or do you even listen to people in the industry?
Yes, I definitely do listen to everyone in the industry. I love to show my support to everyone who shows support to me.
Hmm.
So, I really do not have a favorite Hmong artist. I feel like everyone is super talented in what they do, and so at this point, I do not have a favorite. I feel like they're all just so good, you know.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, the game totally changed. I don't know when it really changed. Probably during quarantine, when everybody just kind of just stepped up their game and kind of just went for it. A lot of new artists came out. You were one of them. So, uh, what was that kind of like mindset of kind of just taking that leap and saying, okay, I'm gonna do this collab with Chang, and let's see where it goes from there. Like, what made you do that?
Right. My best friend, she really encouraged me to do it. And at first I was really scared. I was like oh no, I don't want to do it because I feel like they're not gonna like my voice because I'm new, you know.
Hmm.
And so I'm like, oh, I feel like they're not gonna like my voice. I feel like I'm not gonna be good at it, you know, because at that time I had a microphone to record myself, but then I just didn't know how to like send it to them or like how to
Mm,
like yeah, do all that sort of stuff. So
yeah,
yeah, it took a really big part of me to be able to do what I can today.
yeah. I mean, so you're pretty much like learning and then doing it right away, right?
Yes.
Is it is it scary to think that you just learned how to do it and then you're doing it?
Um well, it was scary before, but not anymore. But well, yeah, I could still say it's still pretty scary because of my fans, some views. Like I never know what they're gonna think about any new song I drop or like
Hmm.
about my voice. So it's just kind of like scary to get the feedback. But you know what? Like what you say, criticism is good for yourself. You know, like you learn new things.
Yeah. How how is your boyfriend taking that? Like he's dating somebody who's like becoming kind of like a star in the industry. Like, is there any like is there any things that kind of gets annoying? Like, there's fans. Like, do you ever get like weird fans coming up to you and wanting to take pictures, or like, is there just like different things that you were never thought that you would like think that you would have to handle before being in this industry?
Mm-hmm. Well, the first question, my boyfriend, he's really, really supportive about everything. When I told him that I wanted to start singing and stuff and I had collabs, like he's really supportive, like he's he's never there to judge me. He's always there to help. He's always like, "Oh, you got to go to your music video or just do it, do
Mhm.
this and that, make yourself big." And this has always like been like your dream, to just sing so people can hear you. So just do it. So like my boyfriend has really really been supportive throughout um throughout my whole journey so far. So yeah, he's still supporting now. Sometimes you can catch him in the music videos. Sometimes
Yeah.
yeah. That one guy that pushed Chenning, that was my boyfriend.
Oh, yeah, my uncle told me, he's like, "Yeah, that's his boyfriend, or that's
Yeah,
her boyfriend." I was like, "Oh, that's so funny."
yeah, so sometimes you could catch him in the music videos. I like to include him because he's my boyfriend, so
That's
of course.
awesome.
Yep. And then the second question that you asked, I do not have fans come up to me at all.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't have fans actually. I feel like they just don't care. I feel like they could see me anytime, cause but then my boyfriend, he doesn't really mind if people take pictures of me.
Mhm.
Sometimes they'll even ask him if he wants to take pictures with them too,
Oh,
cause
yeah, because he's the
yeah,
guy that pushed Chenning.
yeah, they want him in there.
Right.
Right. But yeah, so just basically all that.
Yeah, I mean, it's really interesting, just because of, like, how young you are, to see the even, like, from when you started, which was only a couple months, I think 6 to 8 months ago when you did that collab with Chang, how much it's grown into, to be an artist, to not know how to, like, send over audio files, to, you know, making your own music video, like, that within a time of less than a year. I think that's pretty crazy. How fast paced do you think you're moving with your music? Because from the Ching collab to the Chenning collab, that's within less than a year. So, how is that going?
Yeah, now that I think about it, yeah, ever since I started working with Chang and collabing with him, now that I think about it, I have been having like collabs back and forth.
Hmm.
Cause I know after Chang's music video, I had a collab with Max, and
Yeah.
then I think I kind of took a break over that, and then and then after that it was me and Chenin for sure. Yep. That has been a really, really big leap and a really, really big change because I will first start off with Chang's sad song and then go on Max. Why would I ever?
Yeah.
Happy song and then go on with Chennin's sad and R&B song. So that's like a lot of generals, and I'm just like, wow, that really does make me think a lot about how many artists I have been collabing with and how many artists like different songs that I have been making with different artists too.
Right.
So I feel like it's amazing.
Yeah, for sure. And honestly, I can't wait for you to drop another single. Is there a time frame when you want to drop the other single or the other
Right.
projects?
Right. So I want to I want to do a music video and work with Johnny again because I know Jay. I like the way he films. He films
Hmm.
like my type of style for my type of music.
Right.
So I just like the way he films for those type of styles. So yeah, I'm planning to probably drop a song in the summer is what I'm planning to.
Okay.
Um,
So, like, in the next month or two.
yes, hopefully.
Yeah. Is it I'm not trying to, like, pry answers out of you. I know you want your fans and your people to wait for it, but is it more like a summer song, or, like, is it also another R&B soul type song?
hmm I actually don't know yet. I have like 3 songs that I'm working on right now. I'm
Okay.
still writing it. So I actually don't know yet. One's happy, one's lit, one's sad. So I'm just like, I don't know which one I'm gonna finish first. So
Yeah.
I'm just gonna have to wait and see which one I actually do finish first before I release.
Mm. And going through, like, writing songs, take me through the process of writing songs. For different artists, it's different ways. They have to get in a certain mood, or they have to hear a certain beat or something. Like, take me through your process of writing a song.
Right. So through my process is I have to listen to a beat first in order to write something. So
Mm-hmm.
if the beat is like jumpy or like lit, then this song has to be a lit song, you know.
Yeah,
But if it's like a sad, slow beat, I'm just like, okay, this has to be a sad song. And usually when I write my lyrics, I just go on through what's coming through my mind and stuff. And then I'll just sing it, record it through my phone so I remember my lyrics, and then
yeah.
I'll write it down on a piece of paper, and then I'll repeat it all over again. So that's how I usually write my songs, like,
Oh, okay. So it's kind of just like off the top most of the time.
yes.
And were you writing some? Oh, you said you had an original a while back too. Um, Before that, would you say like was that your only original you wrote like back then?
Yeah, I would say that was my first ever original that I wrote a long time ago. So that has not been mixed or mastered or nothing. I
Yeah.
was I was playing the ukulele too. Back then when we all used to like ukuleles and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was playing the ukulele too. So that was my first ever original that I've ever written.
Mm. And now that things are starting to be open again, there's already being performances down at Unison and stuff like that with PD Rock and Surprise and all of them. Are you planning to do any performances at all if the opportunity comes, or do you have any performances scheduled or planned?
Right. Last week I recently did a performance at Unison
Mm.
with Max, and then I also did my song featuring Shannon, but I sing the whole thing because Shannon was out of town.
Oh yeah,
Like so last week, but then yes, I do plan on performing on stage too if they ask.
yeah,
I don't want to go up and be like, "Hey, can I perform?"
yeah.
But yeah. So it's mainly just if they ask me, then I'll always like be free to like perform for them.
Hmm. And you've already been performing for a long time, going through your YouTube. Do you still get nervous, or do you still get the butterflies every time they say your name to introduce you, and then like all eyes are on you?
Right. Since I haven't had that in so long, yes, sometimes yes, you know what, just yes. um, I do get the butterflies sometimes. I do get nervous. I try to calm myself down. So yeah, it's just I'm trying to get back into it,
Yeah,
get back to the way I used to be, getting used to all the fans and the stage and the mics and everything. So yeah.
yeah, for sure. But what is your message that you want to put out when you drop a song, or kind of just like your whole vibe, right? Your message that you want to put out for everybody and your fans to know about you.
Um I think a message that I would like to put out to everybody is that everyone is the same, everyone is equal, do what you can, do what you need to. Just focus on yourself, love yourself. Um I don't really have much to say because everyone is so different in so many ways, not
Yeah.
everyone's the same. So that's just a message that I would like to give to everyone, is to just like love yourself, focus on yourself, focus on your dreams,
Hmm.
'cause sometimes dreams may seem so far, but they're actually really close. So yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Um, so growing up, have you been listening to Hmong songs at all, or like listening to all these like David Yang and Khalid Universe and all these people when you were growing up?
Yeah, growing up, I've listened to David Yang so much,
Hmm.
Kalia so much, and do you remember Amanda Yang?
Yeah, I actually had a podcast with her too.
Oh, that's so lit.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Amanda Yang and then Isabel Tao too. Like
Hmm.
those four were like my main ones. Like I would always listen to them growing up, and I will always listen to Jerly too.
Oh yeah.
Yep, so all those artists all the way back there when I was around like 14, 12, 13. Yep.
Yeah, for sure. And now since you're in this space,
Mhm.
have you ever imagined yourself, listening to those artists and then now being able to collab with them.
Right. I have never imagined that before in my whole life. It's like time flies by so fast. It's
Right.
like, right. So I'm just like, wow, like I can't believe it that I I'm a little bit there, but I'm like almost up to their level, like
Mhm.
I'm almost there like how they were there. So
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, who would be the most who would be your top like three artists that you would want to collab with in this industry?
Right. That is a hard one, but I don't like to choose. Yes. So I have different types of music and everything, and I have like a really good friend of mine's.
Mhm.
Um yeah, I that's hard. Definitely would like collab with and again because I feel like me and his voices just collide together because
Mhm.
we both have the R&B soul type. Um I will also like to collab with Surprise too, cause I really like his rapping. I
Yeah.
mean, Chang and everyone, Chang, Def Rhyme, everyone. Like I just love it when I could sing and somebody raps.
Yeah.
So so that's a really hard one. I feel like I would like to collab with everyone in different types of styles.
Yeah.
So
But yeah, really good choices. I mean, you picked more than 3, but that's okay.
right, I did. I picked whole community.
Nah, that's good. That I mean, that just means like you're pretty much open to collab with anybody that wants to, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think your voice is very versatile just to collab with anybody, like if you want to have rapping in there or if it's just singing with another singer, so I think it's very versatile and I think it's really good. Is there anything that like you're still learning about your voice because you've been singing for a while now? Is there anything that you want to kind of like do more with your voice or have you learned anything with your voice within the time frame of kind of these music videos and these collabs?
Right. So before I actually collabed with Chang, I had a Zoom call with Kevin Pongyu. Yep.
Okay.
So yep, I had a Zoom call with him and he actually helped me instruct my voice and my vocals and everything, and he actually like helped me figure out how high I can sing,
Oh,
and at
okay.
that point, right, right, and at that point that's when I knew that I could sing higher than I expected.
Mm,
um so yeah, Kevin really helped me throughout this whole process of everything, so he basically gave me courage
yeah.
to sing, to bring out my voice. So my voice was definitely something that I didn't know that I could sing higher of. I always thought that, oh, this is my limit, but you know what? I still have far way more than what I thought I did.
Yeah, for sure. That's awesome. It seems like you're kind of like in a circle where you're kind of like bred for success, right? In this industry, you have Chenning, your first collab was with Chang,
Mhm,
and you have Kevin as kind of like a coach, right?
mhm.
Um, is that a lot of pressure for you knowing that you have all these like high quality stars in your back, and do you get a lot of critiques from people saying like, oh, she's only up because of these people?
Uh-huh. I feel like one day, one day there would be a comment saying that, but I feel like I wouldn't be too bothered by it because like they're just trying to help me to,
Hmm.
like help the community too, just like anyone else
Yeah.
wants to. Yeah, so definitely a big thanks to Kevin and Chang and Chenin and all the artists I've done projects with, Max, for actually helping me become more out there, helped me become more like oh, what's that word? Actually helps me become
More
uh
prepared. Would you
Yes,
say? Okay.
prepared. Yeah, more prepared, to come out to the Hmong community and stuff, so I really do thank them. I feel like they're not like a big, like shoulder on me, I feel
Hmm.
like this is just the love and support that they're giving to me. So, yeah.
Yeah, that's good. And plus, if anybody else like has something to say about that, then just a big fuck you. You know what I mean? Because I mean, it's hard, being young like that, being
Mhm,
young like you, and putting yourself out there. And yes, you've had these help along the way, but then they're down to help anybody too. So I mean, it's not like you're the only one that they picked, you know what I mean, to
right.
like help like breed you to the top of the game, you know what I mean? You're still putting in the work, you're still, learning the steps too, you're still so young. So I mean, there's just so many different ways that you can go about your success and choose your own path, really.
Mhm, right.
uh, um is there what would you say is the least favorite genre that you would like like not sing?
Um, I actually don't know. I actually like to try out every genre.
Mm,
Um, so yeah, I actually don't have a least favorite. I like to try out every genre. I like listening to every type of genres, that's best fitted for my voice, or it's just like trying new things, and I really like to just try. So I don't
mm.
really have a least favorite.
Yeah, that's good. I think that doesn't like put a limit to yourself, you know what I mean? Or put like some like to hold you back, you know what I mean? You have honestly, I don't think I'm trying to think if there's anybody to really have the same type of voice as you, and I don't think there really is anybody that has the same voice as you. There's not that many Hmong women that are kind of like in your space, right? There's you, Kalia Universe, and I think that's it. Yeah.
Mhm.
So, um, have you ever been in contact with her too? Because, like I said, I think you guys might be the only two R&B type, pop type, singers in the Hmong industry.
Mhm. No, I have not been in contact with her yet, but I would like to meet her really soon though, because I do enjoy her music too, and I feel like her music is like different from others, so
Hmm.
that's why it's so creative and in every way. So I'm
Yeah.
like, yeah, I really do want to meet her soon and probably collab soon.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, so I keep going back to your age because I can't believe how young you are. Um,
Right.
um, have you have you ever like imagined yourself putting yourself out there like this? Because like I said, it's scary, and it's like I don't think I would ever. I mean, I've tried, but I've obviously failed. But have you like
Right. Come
j-
on.
just being out there in this space, especially this young, sometimes like it gets in your head, being having all these the views and having all these subscribers and these fans, being on stage, even like it gets in your head. Have you ever pictured yourself being like a pop star at all?
Um, Really, I have never pictured that I would get to where I am right now, because I didn't really have a lot of connections and everything, so
Mm,
I would had never pictured that I would get here, get like this far.
yeah.
So yeah, so it was kind of like a scary, shy journey for me, because um I just never would have pictured that I would get this far with my music. And
Hmm.
I'm just at this point, I'm really happy to be where I am right now, because I made a lot of new friends during my journey. I met a lot of people, met a lot of
Yeah.
singers and artists. So I'm just like, wow, I would have never imagined that I would be able to meet these people, that I listen to every day.
Yeah. I mean,
Right.
I'm like that too, you know. My channel is still very small, but I get all these artists and all these
Mhm.
amazing talents, and it's like, man, I listen to you every day, and now I'm talking to you. Like,
Right.
it's crazy, you know. It's crazy to think about, and I think that's a cool thing about our community is just like we put these people in such high places in our um totem poles, right? And but then one day we get to collab, you know, and that's just crazy to think about. And I think that, yeah, like I said, like that's cool. That's the cool thing about our community as a whole is like we're willing to help each other, and we're willing to, you know, help the small person sometimes, you know. Is there
Right.
anything that you don't like about the music industry right now that you've seen since you've been in there?
Um, there really isn't nothing, but when people comment on my music video, they're always like comparing artists to me, like, oh, I'd rather choose you than this person, you know. And I'm
Oh,
just like, yeah, I'm just like, oh, I don't really like it how like people compare and contrast other singers and stuff. I just feel like everyone has their own talent in what they do, you know. Everyone's different. Like I said, nobody's the same. Everyone's different. Everyone has their own talent, you know. So
yeah.
yep. So I was like, I definitely don't like it when people compare other people to each other, you know, because everyone has their own talent.
Who have they compared you to?
Um, I'm gonna leave that confidential.
Okay.
Yes, because I have seen a lot in my music video comments where like just random people would just compare me to other singers, and
Hmm.
I'm just like, no, I can't do that, you know.
Yeah, for sure. Get that negative energy out of here.
Right.
Yeah. Um. So taking it out of like the Hmong community and the Hmong music industry, do you ever see yourself taking this even further and going into like mainstream?
I have thought about it, but I'm still scared. I'm still new. I'm still learning,
Hmm.
so I have thought about it, but it's like, I'm still scared and still new to it. And plus I have school going on
Yeah,
still, and then I have jobs and things to take care of. So yeah, so
for sure. I mean, it's scary to think about, you know, being because you're in the door, but I mean that possibility of going mainstream and you know, being out of the Hmong community is a little, yeah, it's scary to think about, but the possibility is there because you've already, you know, put yourself out there and cracked the door open a little. So I think, you know, never say never. You know, sometimes it just takes one song. Nowadays, it just takes one song to be huge and to be, you know, worldwide. So
Mhm.
ever since you started putting out music and ever since you've, you know, gained a certain following, has there been a lot of like, have you been getting a lot of DMs from people?
Um, no, I really don't.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like I said, I'm not that big, so not a lot of people like I'm not a lot of people know of me yet, but I have gotten a DM to go onto this talk show.
Okay.
Uh yeah, actually today they asked if I could like call them today to talk about it. I'm just like, "Oh no, sorry. I have like a podcast session already going on today." And then I have like people asking to collab and everything too, so yeah.
So you're pretty much really busy then.
Not sorry. Not a lot. Just a little bit. Not a lot.
You get a
Just
little taste of being a star, pretty much, right?
yeah, just
Yeah.
just a little bit, not a lot.
What talk show was it that invited you?
Right. They were called Red Red.
I don't think I've heard of them. Are they
Right.
Hmong too?
Yeah, I think
Okay.
they're not from St. Paul or Minnesota, so
Oh, yeah. I'm
mm,
not either, but mean,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Right,
I'm from Wisconsin. I'm not even that far from you guys, but
right.
yeah, but hey, I appreciate, you turning them down and, saying yes to me.
Right, yeah, they were supposed to call me, like, 2 weeks ago, last week ago, but, now that I'm busy this week, I couldn't be able to go to their talk shows.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Is it nervous, getting all these like being on podcasts or, being on talk shows and stuff like that?
Yeah, I was just kinda pretty much a little bit I was pretty nervous, but it's like, you made it feel like, actual just, like, me and you were just talking, so
Mhm.
it's like I feel more relief?
Yeah, that's good. I mean, I know I said it was more of like a conversation, but I asked a bunch of questions because I don't know a lot about you, so I
Right.
mean, I tend to do that. And then um yeah, I mean, my podcast really has no format. I know a lot of people don't like that. They like structure, they like the outline, they like, certain things to be like put together, and I'm just like, no, kind of
Mhm.
all over the place over here.
Right, right.
Have you been watching, or do you even listening? Do you like listening to a lot of podcasts at all?
I normally don't listen to podcasts, but, I was looking at your page and I saw that you did Surprise and Kevin, right? Kevin
Yeah.
the rapper?
Hmm.
Yes, yes, I was listening to those and I was listening to the other ones too, and, um, yeah, just listening to it, and they went by they're pretty good? Like,
Hmm.
just listen to their answers and everything, so
Yeah. I mean, it's great. I think you might be the youngest guest I have on.
Oh, okay.
Thinking about it, I think you might be the youngest one because I think the other ones are either my age or they're a little older.
Mhm.
So yeah, and I am trying to get more female talents on my podcast. So I do really appreciate you being on here. It's for some reason it's just hard getting female talents on like guys podcasts. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay, yep, I
Yeah,
see.
especially because I'm still a small channel, and yeah, it's just hard out here.
Right. You'll
My
get
DMs are dry, unlike yours.
Oh, no, mine's are dry too. Yeah, but you'll get there, trust me.
I'll get there. I'll get there one day.
Yes,
One day.
yes, I'll be there.
But is it, since you do live in Minneapolis, and that's kind of like where the base of most artists are? Is it? Would you say that it's easier to collab and easier to meet the artists because you do live in the same area?
Yeah, it's easier to me, but sometimes collabing issues. Well, I feel like yeah, if you ask to collab, I feel like most of them would be down, but
Hmm.
it's just like how their schedule runs like,
Yeah.
and if they want to collab, so it's like it's pretty much here and there.
Uh, do you run into them like on a regular basis, or is it just random sometimes, or like whenever you guys go out and
So for me, sometimes it's just random. Sometimes, but if you're gonna perform together and on stage, then you'll most definitely see them. But sometimes it's just random. Like, me and my boyfriend we went to like this sushi place and we saw Chenning, and we're like, what the heck? Did I just see you like yesterday or something? So it's like really random.
yeah, I think that's awesome. I always wonder, like, I think it would be easier for me to collab with a lot of people if I do live in the cities. I think, but I think I'm okay with Zoom right now. It is like a little easier with connecting with people from a lot of other places. So I've collabed with people from California. Like, I wouldn't think about ever being able to even like talk to them or have a podcast or a session with them. So I think it's pretty cool to do it that way. Of course I do like the face to face podcast more. I think it's a lot cooler, more personable, but I think Zoom is okay too. Is there is there anything that you kind of regret doing when singing? Like, is there any projects that you regret kind of putting out, or like, well, I mean, you haven't had a lot of projects, but then like like the songs and the videos that you've put out so far on your channel, do you ever like look back and kind of cringe at it?
Oh, that's a great question. Yeah, just a lot of videos like my original. That one is a total cringe, but it's like I want to remake it into like a better
Oh
song.
yeah.
Yep, and then just a whole bunch of covers back then, you know. Yeah, those definitely I cringe at it, but you know what? Those are what made me who I am today, you
Right.
know. So I'm
Yeah.
like I'm not gonna really cringe at it as much because that was me from a long time ago, and
Hmm.
it shows me how much my voice has improved, you know.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's a part of your journey, so I think it's, yeah,
Right.
it's important to look back at and see like you said, like, wow, this is how much I've improved. Um, is there is there anything that you would like to say to your fans and say to the people that's listening to your music?
I would just like to thank everyone who has like supported me throughout my whole journey and who has actually brought me out there. Um, just a really, really big thanks to all the fans who are always commenting and are always supporting, sending me like great comments and everything. Truly all those people who has been around me has really impacted my life in many, many ways. So I am really happy that you guys are here with me through my journey.
And on this podcast, we ask, dead or alive, top five, who would you have a sit down dinner conversation with?
God damn it. Um, probably Tori Kelly. Yeah.
Okay. Is that it? It's top five.
Oh, I gotta choose five people.
Yeah, yeah. I
Oh,
mean,
okay.
or try to go up to five. A lot of people, don't go up to five. They usually stop around three, but you could do as many as you want. I just did
Okay.
it rhymes, so.
Oh, right. Tori Kelly, Jackie Chan,
Mm.
Bruce Lee. Um, let's see. Oh, you know Rose from No Neck Ed.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why, but I want to be here too.
Okay.
Last person, I would say, let's do Lee Min Ho. Yeah, from
Okay, okay. Those are really good ones. I don't think anybody has answered that question like this fast.
yeah. I was like, oh my god, I'm just thinking about these people. Like, I want to meet. Right.
That was really good. A lot of people are always like taking about 5-10 minutes thinking about this question, and they're going really deep with it. So
Right.
I'm glad you kind of just threw those names out there. Those are really good picks, though.
Right. Right. Thank you.
Yeah. And lastly, is this journey have this journey been fun? What have you learned so far about your journey? Of course, this is not the last time we're gonna hear about you. Um, what have you learned, and has this been a good experience for you?
So I have learned actually a lot about the Hmong community and about making Hmong music and stuff, the Hmong industry. Definitely it has taken a really, really big impact on my life and it has gotten me to where I am now.
Hmm.
Definitely what was your other question again?
Oh, has it been a good experience? Sorry, I kind of
Oh, okay.
blanked
No, it's
out.
fine. Yeah, so yeah, definitely this has been a really, really great experience for me. Big impact on me in my life and around the people that I surround myself with. So yeah, definitely learned a whole bunch of things, definitely experienced a whole bunch of things, and definitely making music and music videos is always, always, always going to be fun. Even if it's so tiring, it's
Yeah.
always going to be fun and a lot of memories. So yeah.
That's good. I mean, like I said, you're still very young, and it's gonna be a tough ride, but I think you're in good hands. You're doing everything right so far, putting your name out there, collabing with great talents in our community, and overall, I think can't wait to see you up there with Channing and all the other people that are the stars of our community. So
Right.
can't wait for future projects either. You said around summertime, so people make sure you guys watch out for that. Make sure you guys go check out Jenny's um single right now. Could have been my baby, and her other collabs with the other amazing talents like Ching and Maxwell. And anything else you want to plug? Social medias, stuff like that.
Um, yes. Go follow me on Facebook or add me on Facebook at GY Yang. Go subscribe to my YouTube channel GY Yang, and also like or dislike if you don't like the music video. But of course, like, comment, and share. Okay. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you guys so much for listening. Make sure you guys go follow her. Follow her on her journey to becoming top tier over here. So, thank you guys so much. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, and share this episode. And I had a lot of fun. Hopefully, you guys did too. Jenny, hopefully, you did too. And yeah, make sure you guys have a blessed day. Peace.